Hey everyone, welcome to React course. In this lesson, we are going to create our first React application. We will just print hello world on the browser window using React. You can create a React application using CLI, but just for now, we will understand how to create React using CDN. When you know the concept of React and understand its methods and properties, then we will create React application using CLI. And just before that, we will understand the Node Package Manager, right? So we will understand the advanced topic of React one by one. But just for now, let's create React application using CDN. So first we need HTML file. So I will just quickly create index.html file in Visual Code Editor. So I will just click on this small icon and create a simple index.html file. And just create a simple snippet of HTML5, right? Now I will just change the title of my HTML document and say React. In order to work with React in the browser, you need to include two libraries, React and React DOM. React is the library for creating views, and React DOM is a library used to actually render the UI in the browser. React and React DOM were split into two packages from version 0.14. We will also need an HTML element that React DOM will use to render the UI. So we will just create a division tag with ID container in the body section of the HTML file, right? To include React and React DOM library, we will just open the browser and just say React CDN. I will just click on the first website, and here you will find two libraries. The first CDN used for development purpose and the second CDN used for production purpose. So we are using development purpose, so I will just use development CDN. So I will just copy the CDN and paste it just before the closing body tag. Now you can use React in your document. The first thing you need to do is you need to create a script tag to write a pure React code or a JavaScript code. So I will just create a script tag here. Make sure you specify the script tag just after the React package is loaded. Now, here we will create a first React element. We understand enough about React element in the previous lecture. So we will just implement the code to create React element and store this element in the DOM. So I will first create an element and store in the variable. So I will just say let h1 is equal to react dot, I will just call the create element method. Now on the first argument, I will just specify the HTML tag name which I wanted to create. So I will just say h1 here, comma, and I also wanted to specify some properties to the HTML heading. So I will just say curly braces here. And in this curly braces, I will specify multiple properties. So the first property I will specify is ID and specify ID heading, right? Just specify comma here and specify my second property. The second property is style. Now to apply multiple style, we need to specify curly braces here, and you can specify multiple style in these curly braces, right? So I will just specify only one style to this element. So I will just say color light blue, right? And just after that, in the third argument, I will just specify text for my heading tag. So I will just say hello React. Now you have your React element. You need to render this element using React DOM.render method, right? So I will just say React DOM.render, and in this method I will specify two arguments. So I will just say h1 here. So I will just specify my previously created element, which is my h1 tag, and just specify comma here and just say document.getElementById and just select the container division tag using the ID, right? So just execute this statement. I will just execute this HTML file in the browser, and then you will see your React element on the document. Right? Now let's see how to create a child elements. React render child elements using property children. in the previous example, we rendered a text element as a child of the h1 element, and thus the property children was set to hello React. We could render other React elements as children too, creating a tree of elements. Now let's see, if you wanted to create an order list, you will just put UL tag, and in this UL tag, you will put some li tag to create a list. So I will just create a fruit list of React elements. You can do the same thing with React element also. React elements are composed into a single element using nesting. Let's understand how to nesting element in React. So I will just say here let ul. So I will just create a variable, just specify equal to sign and say react.createElement and just create my first ul tag here. So I will just say ul, comma, null. So here I don't want to specify any property to the ul tag, so I will just specify null here and specify comma here. Now here I just wanted to nest my li tag, react.createElement, and create your li tag here. So I will just say li, comma, null, comma, banana. So this is my text for my first li tag. Just after that, specify comma here and specify second li tag. You can do the same thing multiple times, right? You can add multiple li tags using the same method. So I will just add two li tag here. The second li tag I will just specify mango, right? Now here we have a ul tag with two nested li tags. Now we wanted to render this ul tag on the document, right? So I will just say react DOM.render, and on the first argument I will say ul. So I'll just wanted to render the ul tag and just specify the container element. So I will just say document.getElementById, and before we specify my id, I just wanted to create division tag in the body section. So what I will do is I will just create a division tag with id ul_div, right? So now in this division tag we will put ul tag. So I will just back to my render method and specify here id, which is ul_div, right? So I just wanted to append this ul tag in this division tag, right? So when you execute this, you will get your fruit list on the document. So using the children property, you can create nested elements. Well, that is all for this lecture. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comment. Answering the question specified in the comment will definitely help you to improve your knowledge and remember this topic more easily. That is all for now. We will see you in the next lecture.